Good morning, everybody. It is December the 5th, 2017, and we've got a taste of winter coming in. I know up in Minneapolis it looks like the temperature is about 20. We're at 29 degrees here, so glad you got the extra negative 10 points, not us. Start with our disclaimer. Hypothetical or simulated performance results have certain limitations. Unlike an actual performance record, simulated results do not represent actual trading. Also, since the trades have not been executed, the results may have overcompensated for the impact of any of certain market factors, such as lack of liquidity. Simulated trading programs in general are also subject to the fact that they're designed with the benefit of hindsight. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profit or losses similar to those shown. Well, equities got hit yesterday. The selling went round the globe. The only markets when I came in this morning that were up, and this was plus 0.09, and the ES was up by, I think, 1.5 points when I looked at it early this morning. So the selling that started yesterday in the United States continued around the globe. Tech sector profit taking was cited as the reason for the selling. No one pays any attention to the tax bill for at least today. And this time of year we're going to have profit taking, we're going to have portfolio adjustment, we're going to have window dressing, so everybody else looks just like everybody else. I don't think anybody's heavily getting short. The money supposedly that came out of the tech sectors yesterday rolled into the defensive issues, drugs, housing, etc. So it's just the game that we expect to see played this time of year. Normally there's a downward bias in stocks the first half of December just because of those factors that I just mentioned. China's economic news, their PMI services number was better than expected, yet equity sold in China. Tech sectors got hit there, and in Japan. In Europe, the PMI services numbers were mixed, with the smaller countries showing improvement, the larger countries the same or down a little bit. So the EU's service sector PMI was unchanged. Today in the United States we have international trade minus 47.1. I like that. 0.1. That's a sharp pencil. PMI services 54.7. And ISM services, which is what the market will trade off of, at 59. That's a pretty high number. I don't know if that one can come in or beat, but of late they have been. So we'll see if that actually happens today. So we're looking at a great big B right here. I think the bias is still to the downside. 7 to 11, sell 1. 15 to 19, sell 2. On the buy side, maybe some support against the buck down here, so I would like to get it done as close to the buck as I could. Buy 1. A lot of it will be dependent upon the Emini, and then 25 to 29, which would be new lows for this last 180 days for buy 2. Boy, yesterday all the light stringing that I had done on Sunday, I had a string of lights go dead on me, and of course I couldn't fix it. So Christmas tree lights were hard to come by yesterday on this December the 4th. So it took me I had to go by 3 stores and didn't quite get what I wanted. So the wind's blowing 25 to 30 miles an hour, and Charles is on a ladder getting lights that work. As usual, the solution is to buy a new string of lights, but that never stops me from trying. So I've got this string of lights with a whole bunch of good bulbs on it that will be pitched Okay, similar thing in the 30-year, probably pretty good resistance up at 153, 153.08. Here we are at 26, so maybe a 31 sell or better. So number one will be the buck to 04, 7 to 11 sell 1. A lot of it's dependent upon the Emini 15 to 19 sell 2. 20 to 24 number 1. 13 to 17 buy 1. 5 to 9 buy 2. I understand how guys can make pretty good money stringing Christmas tree lights for people. It's just a damn job that I also understand why they always use new materials. Nobody complains. The kids are coming home. Well, two of our kids. Emily with a new baby will stay in Washington, D.C. Doesn't want the hassle of traveling with a new kid, so we'll have two of them, plus their dogs. So my granddoggies will be visiting me. Looking at gold. Boy, really a very, very tight trading range right here. We were selling against 80 yesterday, 79s to 81, and that's where we are. So 78s to 80s, sell 1. 83, 85, sell 2. Get that trade on above 77 or better. Structurally, you're okay. Got a lot of volume right in here to lean against. Selling 78s on a limit sell right there against that high volume number would be a structural trade. On the buy side, we'll give it a little room. 73, 75, that is support. And then 69 to 71 buy 2. I'm not sure how today's news is going to play, if it's really going to stir things up or not. Tomorrow we have ADP. Friday we have non-farm payroll. Next Wednesday we have an interest rate increase, according to all pundits, 25 basis points. Should add to the volatility. Hopefully it will. We need volatility to prosper. Euro was getting hit when I looked at it last. So we have a seller. We had last night, I think we had 75. We had a high of 86. So the second sell was at the buck. So could have gotten short at 75 and you'd be up a whole 20 ticks right now. And you had plenty of time to do it. So sell 1, 75. Limit sell right there. Structurally, a limit sell at 61. Right against that number. Actually it's 60. Might be what it takes to get in. We'll keep that in mind. Then 90 to the buck for sell 2. This low down here is 42, so 35 to 45. That's where support is. Buy 1. Stops below that. 15 to 25. Buy 2. Hopefully we can have some fun today. It's been pretty good trading, although quite often it's very, very quiet when we have full markets. And a lot of that is a lot of that comes from we don't have sellers in the E-mini, or we haven't to date. That sidelines or parks a lot of money. Then we have the Bitcoin phenomena, which I doubt is taking a lot of capital away from trading futures. then you go back and you look at, well, we traded $4 billion worth of Bitcoin today. Okay. It's not a lot compared to what's going on in the other markets. Okay, crude started selling in Asia. The high water mark was 57.47 in Europe on Frankfurt time, and then London last rotate up was 35, so 25 to 50. Sell one, a limit sell right there. And 75 to the buck for sell two. On the buy side, 56.75, 57 even buy one. Picking up this area right over here. And 56 and a quarter, 56.50 buy two. Interesting article out yesterday on Saudi Arabia, the Aramco IPO, the price of oil. What Saudi Arabia is trying to do is take their country, or the new prince, out of the commodity market. And again, the IPO is really key to what they're going to be able to do. To get the cash to start rebuilding their economy in a different fashion than it is right now. And these are huge transformations that a lot of people haven't really thought through just yet, if they're able to pull it off. I mean, he will be fought by the people that are in power right now, just like Trump is being fought, and Trump won't be killed or shot. That won't be a part of the plan, but impeachment or destruction of his family and his friends through the legal process is how they destroy people in the West these days. They don't. Actually, it'd probably be better if they stood him up against the wall and shot him. It would be less painful. Right here, this spill late in the Emini came from 45, so 45 to 50 would be where we'd expect resistance, and you can see 51, 49, 48, 47. So pretty good resistance starts 47 and up. 45 is a number that we may not get through, so this 44, 46, I have it as number one really early this morning. The preferred sell, the easiest trade I think to see, is failure to take out and hold 50. So 49 to 51 would be the preferred sell. I mean, it's just a round number. It's a market number. We have all of these little price points right in here. So we've got a lot of wood to get through to take out and hold 50. Could happen. Not saying it won't, but that's where we see it. Well, we got volume at 40, so 39 to 40 buy one, and 35, 37 buy two. Minus 47.1 for trade balance. PMI services 54.7. The big one, ISM services, at 59. Okay, it's going to take a bit to get everything up and published. Get busy on that. Be back with you as soon as possible.